pero nuestra relación nunca ha sido peor de lo que es ahora. No obstante, esto ha cambiado. Hace 4 horas. Realmente lo creo.
Donald Trump's actions yesterday were, quote, appalling and shameful, shocking and sad, damaging, and a threat to American democracy. Or as John McCain put it, one of the most disgraceful performances by an American president in memory.
Today was a disaster. Trump was acting more like Putin's press secretary than President of the United States.
And that's what made it disgusting. That's what made his performance disgusting. I'm sorry, just the only way I feel.
I've never seen an American president simply surrender to the leader of Russia. You should call this the surrender summit.
Tengo al presidente Putin, él ha dicho que no es Rusia. Yo voy a decir que no veo ningún motivo por el que sería, pero realmente quiero ver el servidor. Pero tengo
What Donald Trump did today was obscene and disgraceful. To take the word of a former KGB official over those of American intelligence professionals.
Him at his word when he's a KGB professional intelligence officer of the worst kind who knows how to lie right to your face.
If Trump isn't a Russian agent, he sure plays a good one on TV.
Donald Trump should be arrested for treason the moment he sets foot on American soil.
Look, traitor and treason are very serious words. I have avoided them for nearly 2 years, but today's Trump-Putin summit cannot be sugar-coated with milder terms.
This was the day an American president stood on foreign soil next to a murderous, lying thug and refused to back his own country. Patriots need to stand up and reject the behavior of this president.
I never thought I would see the day when our American president would stand on the stage with the Russian president and place blame on the United States for Russian aggression. This is shameful.
Sure, if Putin told you, it must be true. It's like, because after throwing your intelligence community under the bus just then, you then threw it in reverse and turned them into Roadburger.
Really? You don't see any reason not to trust Vladimir Putin? The man was a top KGB spy.
Seriously, Trump gushes over Putin like a flustered 12-year-old who just met Mickey at Disneyland.
So I'm not pro-Russia, pro-anybody. I just want to have this country be safe. I don't want nuclear weapons, even people thinking about it. You know, Russia and the United States control 90% of the nuclear weapons in the world. And getting along with Russia, and not only for that reason, that's a good thing, not a bad thing.
Also mentioned so far in this program about the American media, and that is a big problem because for some reason they're almost unanimously endorsing the idea that we have to have an enemy, and at this point, especially for the last 20 years, they've been working very hard to make Russia the enemy.
Trump collusion with Russia.
Russian hacking of the DNC.
The hacking campaign.
Into what Russia was doing and whether or not the Trump campaign was in on it.
Russia hacked the 2016 elections, and they're going to do it again.
Russia interfered with the U.S. presidential election.
The Trump-Russia collusion.
Trump is basically the propagandist of Putin's dreams, and who knows why he's acting this way? Maybe he's compromised, maybe he's an idiot.
Podría abrir un nuevo camino hacia la paz y la seguridad en el mundo. Prefiero tomar un riesgo político que arriesgar la paz persiguiendo la política.
Well, with all the screeching recently about Vladimir Putin and Russia and treason, it's been easy to miss the real news. We have some real news. The United States is inching closer, apparently, to some kind of conflict with Iran. Yeah, why? Because if there's one thing Washington loves more than open borders and fat lobbying contracts, it's pointless wars half a world away. If President Trump decides to go to war with Iran, it will destroy his presidency, just as the Iraq War destroyed the presidency of his Republican predecessor, George W. Bush. Attacking Iran is not like intervening in Libya or Syria, or even like invading Iraq. It entails far greater risk and much higher costs. Does anyone outside of Washington actually support a new war in Iran?
No entry to. Now we know that Iran has lied and has cheated time and again. As a member, wait a minute, as a signatory to NPT, Non-Proliferation Treaty, they have broken all the rules, all international commitments.
How many nuclear weapons does Iran have as of today?
Right now, I hope none.
Okay, how many does Israel have?
No idea.
No idea?
Has Israel ever
threatened... Do you recognize the hypocrisy of Israel having a secret illicit nuclear weapons program that it won't open up its doors to and won't talk about, and then lecturing everyone else in the region about nuclear weapons?
Absolutely not. You know why?
You talked about hypocrisy.
I tell you. So let's start with the legal and formal.
Yeah.
Israel has never been a member, a signatory of the NPT, so we are not breaking any rules. Iran was, Iraq was, Syria is, and they all try to cheat.
Number one. Never recognized the laws in the first place.
No.
Okay,
secondly, Israel is the only country in the world who has been, threatened to just erase them.
Iran's leaders deny the Holocaust of the Jewish people while calling for the annihilation of the Jewish state.
Its president denies the Holocaust and threatens to wipe Israel off the map.
As we know, Ahmadinejad didn't say that he plans to exterminate Israel.
Is an unnatural creature. It will not survive. They didn't say we'll wipe it out, you're right.
Remember that back in 2016, during the Republican primary debate in South Carolina, Donald Trump was the only person on that stage to call the Iraq War a mistake. He vowed never to repeat anything like that and promised that if elected, he would act only in America's interests.
You and I know that there are a lot of people who would welcome conflict with Iran. That's obvious. I think the president needs to watch carefully for the potential for something like the Gulf of Tonkin incident. Many of your viewers may not remember that. It never happened. And we could very well be treated to something like that in the Gulf. We should watch for that. And this is an example of President Trump's comments on fake news. He should not be sabotaged by fake news.
I agree. We've seen it happen twice in Syria, twice.
Oh, you have to...
How many nuclear weapons does Israel have? Because experts say it's anywhere between 80 and 400.
So what?
So what?
Yeah, so what?